Friends, in my last video, I mentioned about a massive dark structure hiding under the snow and the ice of Antarctica, which was revealed by NASA's GRACE satellites. Scientists and geologists just don't get what it is, and they're selling their own stories to us. However, my claim is that it is the counterbalance that God placed there in order to tilt the Earth's axis when He introduced the seasons upon the Earth after the great flood of Noah. Today, let's see what that heavy object is and if there is any probability of my claim being true. In the year 2006, when NASA's GRACE satellites passed over the Wilkes Land region in eastern Antarctica, they detected a massive distortion in gravity. The data revealed that nearly 3 kilometers below the snowy surface of Wilkes Land is an object of implausibly high density which spans more than 300 miles, an area larger than the entire state of Ohio in the United States. This mass is thousands of times heavier than Mount Everest itself. It is smooth, uniform, and perfectly curved like a vast disc or dome, and it is not a part of Earth's crust. It is an external object placed there, and is able to withstand the crushing weight of billions of tons of ice above it. Strange vibrations in the form of rhythmic pulses repeating with extreme consistency at extremely low frequency, just like the hum of a massive power transformer or a slow heartbeat of a mechanical entity in hibernation, emanate from the structure. There are many videos on this topic. You can view them online to know more about this anomaly in depth. Now, let's turn our eyes toward what the Bible says about the Earth's geology. According to the Bible, the sun, the moon, and the stars were all created just around the same time when God created Adam and Eve. However, there weren't any seasons until the time of Noah because the Earth wasn't tilted then, and there were no ice caps on the poles, which are a must for the seasons to function, as we all know. Then the book of Noah, written in the 2nd century BC, confirms that the tilt in our Earth's axis occurred only during Noah's lifetime. And another book named Noah's Travels, written in the year 1601, accredits Noah as giving names to seasons because just after Noah's flood was when, for the first time, seasons began in human history. In fact, the same book mentions that some people depicted Noah with 4 heads representing each season because he was the one who defined the seasons. Now, we need to look at another phenomenon. We know that the moon is in the Earth's orbit. Normally, objects of higher mass exert a pull on the smaller ones, just like we saw in Antarctica. Yet, we are told that the moon is keeping the Earth tilted at 23.4 degrees with its gravity. And furthermore, if we try to understand how we get to see the same side of the moon all the time, it leads to even more unconvincing theories and speculations. Recently, I came across an article in the Popular Mechanics magazine. It stated that the Earth has tilted 31.5 inches because of the excessive pumping out of groundwater. It went on to say that it can impact sea level rise and lead to other consequences of climate change. Well, if pumping out the groundwater is able to tilt the Earth's axis, why wouldn't a massive structure which weighs thousands of times than the Himalayas tilt the Earth's axis by 23.4 degrees? That is the question. Thanks for watching.